Heyo, Aster, hello, Blues, hello, Zachary, hello, Kyra, hello, Stars, hello, everybody. How you doing? How was your weekend? Such an intense fight for the first today. Look at that. That was a pretty intense fight. How you doing? How have you been? Hello, Mars. Sorry, I said hi in the chat. I forgot to say it again. How are you? How was you guys' weekend? Did you do cool stuff? We actually randomly decided in the morning. We woke up and we went to the movies to watch the Demon Slayer movie Saturday. It was really good. We got scammed because of the movie theater we went to, $25 for freaking parking. So like it cost way too much to see a movie, but we were happy to see the movie. It was a good one. I would recommend it if you're into Demon Slayer. I think you would like it. I particularly like the music. Music was on point. It was my first time seeing an anime movie at the movies. So honestly, it was great. You pay for parking. Well, for that specific movie theater, we learned when we got there that we had to. I think it's because it's in a really touristy type of neighborhood. So that's probably why they're like, oh, either you come by bus or you pay for parking $25 whole for a 2-hour movie. And so it's great. So like $37 for the drinks and popcorn, $25 for parking, and like $50 for the tickets. So let's just say it was an expensive day. But at least we pampered ourselves a little bit. We rarely go out, so we're like, well, that's our going out budget for the month. Let's not go back to that specific movie theater again. We're not doing that again, you know? $50 for 2 tickets. It was like $47, I think, something like that. So it was like, it hurt a little bit, you know? Let's see. Not let my dog be right, okay, no problem. Heyo, how you been doing though? Also, again, recommend the movie. It was really good. It was interesting. I think we are really in a new era. I was talking about that with Aster too this morning, where there's a lot more anime movies that come from series that continue stories. Like I feel back in the day when we had anime movies, they were like side stories, like a filler type of movie. Now it's like, oh, instead of giving you a season, we're giving you a movie. I think for Demon Slayer, it kind of works. For other things, like we saw this morning, they announced a JJK movie that will be like the next arc, and then the same for like Chainsaw Man. And I'm like, can we not get anime series anymore? Like, what is that about? That's a bit okay. I gotta get back to work soon. Well, to your question, I just caught up a little bit. Also, high five on that. I'm not much of a Halloween person. I'm much more a Christmas person. I'm not sure. I put my cover request on my Ko-fi, so I think that would be the best to go about. Like, so it's about 50 CAD to do a specific demand, well, request for a cover. So you could go through that, or what else? Yeah, because I saw that you had like what 3 songs that you'd like. We could make it a whole Christmas album situation. Even though I don't really know everything. Like I know the Rudolph song, I think, and the other 2 I'm not too sure. But from now, I should have time to like learn them anyways. Okay, Christmas, let's go. Yeah, I do love Christmas music. I try to have 1 Christmas song out per year. I think I managed to have 3. So yeah, I've managed to have 1 Christmas song out per year. So you know that'll work. Back to work. Okay, have a good shift. Sup everyone, how's everybody doing? Hello Zane, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty excited. It's the beginning of the week. It's my last week of freedom. So I'm trying to do the most out of it. Because if you were not there last week, I announced I actually got a job. So I'm getting back to work next Monday. So this week is the last week that I'll be able to stream during the daytime, and then I'll go back to my old schedule whenever I can, because I'll be very busy in the next 3 weeks. But I should be streaming around 6:37-ish when I get back into things after that. I can pay $20 for a movie, get a ticket, popcorn, drink, and candy, and still have change afterwards. See, you live in a place that does not scam you. We get scammed here. It's sad, and that's why like a lot of movie theaters are closing. I'm guessing people don't want to be spending that much, which is understandable in my mind. I don't go to the movies, so it's always a shock when I have to spend for it. And it's not like the movie theater was like super busy or like we struggled to find a spot. Like the room wasn't super full. Also, we were watching it in Japanese with subs, so I guess it's not everybody that wants to watch that like that. But either way, the room wasn't full, the parking wasn't full, nothing. It was a very casual, like there was no line for the popcorn, let's say. So I was like, okay, they're just camming us at this point, you know? Ah, yeah. That's probably why. The only time. Yeah, last I was saying, like last time we went and it was actually full was like the opening weekend for across the Spider-Verse. That's the last time we were in a busy movie theater. Except for that, we rarely have like people next to us like when we go to the movies. Very rare, you know. So Mana, you managed to watch the Infinity Castle movie? Yes, we watched it Saturday. It was pretty nice. I would highly recommend, again, if you're a Demon Slayer fan, I would say it's pretty good. I always day one the Spider-Verse movies. I mean, I didn't know what to expect when I saw the first one. I remember going to see it with my cousin, and we really liked it. And then we were super excited for the second one with Aster, so it was the same weekend. I don't know that I would want to go the day it comes out, because it was already busy and it was just the same weekend for us. I don't like being around people that much. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be not doing all that. I don't want to be doing all that for that. I'm watching it tomorrow with a friend. Let's go. Highly recommended. I think you'll have a great time. It's a long movie. I think they did a good job like separating like the bits and pieces out of it. I think I would be surprised to hear people having bad reviews about it. Like it was just a good movie overall. I have my little nitpicky things that I like, things that I didn't like, but it's not gonna change my enjoyment of the movie, you know? I'm glad I used the bathroom before watching. Yeah, that would have been a long wait if you needed to pee, and then you would have missed something critical for no reason. So yeah, make sure it's a 2 hour and 35 minutes, I think, movie. So make sure you're ready to sit there. And like, we randomly decided to go, so I didn't have breakfast. I didn't do nothing. Like I got up, washed up, dressed, and then we were out the door, driving like a maniac. But at least we got there on time, and we had snacks. Last time we went to see a movie, we were late, so we didn't have time to get any drinks, no nothing. We just walked in there, and then the movie wasn't that great. But you know. And about the JJK movie, I heard it's gonna be around November, December. Yeah, this morning a trailer dropped and it said December. And it'll have the Shibuya arc and the first part of Killing Games. I wouldn't know. I have not finished season 2, so I don't know. We also, while we were there, we saw the trailer for the Chainsaw Man movie. So after, like, let's sit down together so we can finish the season 1 that you never finished, and then we can go see the movie when it comes out. So like, that's another thing we're planning on. The trailer looked interesting. I'm interested in seeing where that's going. I don't know much about the story since I kind of quit on episode 8. And it's not because I don't like the show. The show is not good. I was having struggles and I rage quit it. So now I'll just have to sit down and ask her to watch it properly. You know what I mean? Don't get me started, but I got so much hate over IGN after they rated the Infinity Castle movie a 6 out of 10 because it's not complete. How is that? What does that have to do with the movie? Like, would they give the same rating to Across the Spider-Verse because it did not end the story? Is that how that works? Like, how many, or any Avenger movie where the story doesn't end because there's another one coming? Like, they just hate anime and the weebs, and in a way, it's okay. We can gatekeep. We're okay with them not budging into our things. Like, I will not be complaining about that. I'd rather they don't touch our sacred anime and leave the weebs alone, you know? I'm so excited. Power is my favorite character of all anime. I do like her. I don't know enough about her. I feel like because of where I stopped, I didn't like get to know, but I do like her. But I think it'll be great when I do watch the whole thing. I feel like there was, what, 12 or 13 episodes? I'm on episode 8, so I'm very close to being done. I think I'm about halfway through season 2 of JJK as well, so it's a bunch of that. So I think halfway, I have JJK, I have Chainsaw Man, and I have Dungeon Meshi. For some reason, these 3, I'm just halfway to all of them, so you know I'll have to work on it. Infinity Castle Part 1 was so good that it's gonna be nominated for potential Oscar of Best Animated Feature. I mean, it was a very pretty to look at movie, but also, once again, the soundtrack, the soundtrack was everything. I enjoyed, like, some of the fights were absolutely gorgeous to look at, and then you add the amazing music on it, and I was like, yeah, I can vibe with that. I can live with that. I'm okay. Even if I'm like, oh, a scene that I don't care for happens, okay, but the music though, the music was everything and more, so I'm not gonna complain about that. That was that was just a good movie. I appreciated it, and I would highly recommend it. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm okay. Okay. Sorry, I had to check something real quick. And then my whole thing is having a meltdown. Let's see, where was I? Oh my god, the soundtrack was so good. It was amazing. I love Kazuhira Yuki. Like, I love every time I get one of her soundtrack, I'm excited, and I'm like, I love her use of violence. It's always so specific. It's like, you know how you always know it's Hans Zimmer? It's the same for me with her. Like, there's something about it that just sounds so good. It's always great. So I'm excited for the soundtrack to be out so I can enjoy it, you know? Let's see. Chainsaw Man is my favorite anime. I've rewatched it so many times. I bought the manga, so I already knew what's gonna happen. I'm so excited for Reise. She's my number 2 favorite CSM. Yeah, Aster was like, Reise is like best girl and everything. So like, I know that there's a lot of love. I'm excited to see like what that is exactly about and see, you know. Oh, it's Michi. Hello, Michi. How you been? How was your weekend? Just think about the fact that Ufotable spent over 3 years on CGI making a single scene of Infinity's castle to have it in over millions of structures made with CGI. Oh, honestly, it didn't feel like it. I guess that's the difference. When it's well done CGI, nobody's bothered. Nobody's like, ooh, that's Uncanny Valley. It's like it shows how much work they put into it so that it would look good. Like, I didn't even think about CGI watching this movie. It all just looked good to me, you know? Ufotable at this point is cooking. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think there's one single Ufotable thing that I've seen that I was like, ooh, that's ugly. And I was paying really good attention watching the movie because I was like, I wonder if I can catch any, like, frame that doesn't look good. I think I saw one where it was ever so slightly questionable, but none of, like, you know, the Naruto frames. Like, it was not like that. It was like, you could see that there was so much work in every frame to make sure it was the best it could be. It was great. Oh, I come in and I was just here, ew, you're ugly. What do you mean? That's not what I was saying. I was talking about things that are complicated, and I will not take the slander information. Hello, Karen, how are you? How is your neighbor? It was a nice chill weekend. I had me a nice big old coconut cream cold brew. Oh, dang. Okay. I'm okay so far. That sounds like someone that relaxed and had a great time. That's good. That's good. We love to hear it. I'm just chilling. Today is supposed to be storming and everything. So it's a very cozy, stay at home, do not look outside day. So I'm just relaxing it a little bit, doing my little things, mentally preparing for next week. You know, the usual. Neighbor Lord coming. Ufotable literally had a budget of 20 mil on the movie, and they broke their record and dethroned the money they earned over Mugen Train. I mean, Mugen Train was extremely good too. I remember loving it. I wish I had seen it in the movies at this point. It was really nice. And then I'm not surprised. The hype and like the more mainstream those become, the more people are gonna want to watch it. But I feel like it's deserved. Like, I feel like the quality they put into this, it made it very well deserved. The neighbors have been trying to train their new dog. It's not going well. Oh, I just don't understand why you would bring a whole dog in this situation. If you have to screech at your husband and kids every day, should you add a dog at which you will screech and scream at every day? I don't know. If it was me, maybe that would not be the way I do things. But then again, I'm not a screechy woman. I don't know. It's Karen! Hello, Karen. How you doing? How was your weekend? The fact we turned from crying Well, I mean, please don't say stuff that could spoil it for people that are like seeing it tomorrow. Let me be quick, but not exactly quick. Yeah, let's not spoil it for other people that have not seen it. The movie is quite fresh, so there's quite a lot of people that have not seen it yet. So we're gonna keep the mystery until it's been a while, long enough that people have had a chance. But yeah, I am pretty excited we got to see that movie. It was pretty good, so highly recommend if you haven't yet. What else? Where are we? Except for that, what else? I had a good weekend. I did play a lot of Silksong. I am a bit obsessed, ever so slightly, very, very, just a little. But I would say it's also a good game if you're looking for something to have fun with. Except I would not recommend people playing Silksong if you have not played Hollow Knight. I feel like you need to know what the game is like and have an idea to enjoy it to the max. I feel like it wouldn't be ideal for someone to start with Silksong. I don't see why you would do that. Like, it's not like the story is full-on related, but I think you would have a greater time understanding the game, the type of game it is, by playing Hollow Knight first and then playing Silksong. That's my advice here. A bit indeed, Aster. Like, what are you trying to say here? Are you trying to say something about me? Are you trying to say like things that are not exactly right, perhaps? Because I feel like that's what you're trying to say right now. I don't know. That sounds a bit suspicious out here, you know? Weekend was fine. Mostly dreaded being back at work today with the new boss. Oh, you have a new boss! How has it been so far? I mean, depends on who reads the manga, so... Well, yeah, well, we're also not gonna spoil the manga or anything. I personally don't read it, so please do not spoil me on that. I just watch the anime and movies. I don't read that one. Like, there's very few anime that I ever felt compelled to read after watching the anime, and I was like, oh, I need to know more. It happened with One Piece, it happened with The Gray Man, and it happened with Berserk. Berserk I actually started from the beginning and watched and read until I was caught up. But except for that, I rarely just read anime. I think I went to read read manga. I think I went to read the ending of Naruto because I didn't want to watch it. I just wanted to read the last chapter to know what was up. That was the extent of it. I have Malta, one of my favorite drinks, and one of my favorite drinks too. I remember bringing like bottles at school, and people thought I was drinking beer in high school. And I'm like, this is not beer, this is Malta. It's different, okay? I love it. You don't understand. Also, my sisters are always weird. They like to like mix Malta with milk, so it was basically pilk. I just realized not long ago that my sisters are into pilk because if they like like Malta with milk, they definitely would do the pilk. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that information, you know? But I don't know, my sisters used to mix that when I was younger. I'd be comfortable saying that most people who watch anime don't read the manga. Like, a lot of people, like some people will do both, but most people will not. Especially consider how mainstream it's becoming. Yeah, a lot of the new generation of people would not be reading. Like, so a lot of people are into one or the other. Silksong expects you to have played Hollow Knight. If you haven't, you won't have fun. That's agreed. That's how I feel about it too. There's nothing to spoil at this point. I mean, you just spoiled something. Like, if someone hasn't watched the movie, you would have, with the message I removed, you would have spoiled something for someone. And also, nobody knows. I don't know how it ends. Like, I don't know. I had one meeting with the new boss where he was mostly annoyed at how badly handled this changeover was. I mean, is he taking it in stride, saying like, this was very bad, but let's work on it and make it better? Or is he just like, this is trash and I hate it? Like, what vibe is he giving right now? Like, what are we working with? I have had Pilg before and Pegnog. I don't know what Pegnog is, and I don't know that I want to know what that is. And how did you feel about that, Kieran? That's what I really want to know. Did you like it? That I happened to be with Spice and Wolf. After the OG anime, I picked up the light novels. It would happen with Kino no Tabi, but those haven't been translated. Yeah, that sucks when you're into it, but you just can't read it. Time to learn Japanese. That's how you learn. You're wanting to read light novels is what will drive you over the edge, and that's how you will learn how to read Japanese and be perfectly fluent. I know it. I believe. I used to read loads of manga before anime was so readily available. I used to do a lot of both. I grew up watching it and then I was reading a lot and I ended up buying a lot. So I have a big collection at home, but I haven't taken the time to sit down and read, even normal books. I just haven't taken the time to do that. I feel like there's so many things I want to do in a day. I don't have time. I just need to make time, I guess, you know? Oh my god, actually you don't know what Malta is, I'll need to show you. Malta is great. Malta and milk, I know. My sisters were weird. I don't know if they would do that today. I like it just plain, but I don't know, we'll have to see. Now I still have all my manga because I'm a hoarder. Same, high five on that. And I've gotten a few new ones, but generally I just watch the anime now. I feel like I do that depending on the show. Oh, another one I actually finished and bought the whole collection of manga. 2 of them actually. Is Oran High School as Club? I read the whole thing and I read Alice Academy. Those 2 I did buy and read the whole thing because I love them too much. I've never been big into reading unless it has drawing. That's why I love manga. I mean, whatever works for you. I like both. I think it depends on what genre of book it is, but I do like both in general. Pepsi eggnog. I've never had eggnog, but I don't think that I would like Pepsi in it. I don't know. I can feel it in my soul, you know? Both were nasty. Okay, at least you're a normal individual. I can live with that, you know? I am learning Japanese. Let's go! I am on lesson 17 of my daily Pimsleur lesson for Japanese. I believe in you. I don't know what Malta is. I never heard of it. Dang. Stars and I are the only one to know what that is. Malta. Can I get a picture? Oh, that's also a country. Drink. Like it's in a little glass bottle. For me, I'll show you the version that I grew up on. I don't know how to describe it, so I'll have to Google it, but I'll show you like what the bottles look like, even though this is like a big bottle version. Save image. And then here. So this is a bottle. That's the brand that we drink. I know that there are other brands of that, but that's the Malta Creole is a lightly carbonated malt beverage brewed from barley, hops, and water, much like beer, but there's no corn and caramel color can also be added. I don't know. There's no alcohol though. It's very looks like some weird beer. Yeah, it does, but it's just not. Like, I grew up on that. Like, it's not in any way alcoholic or anything. And it tastes good, in my opinion. I feel like a lot of people, like, not a lot of people, Aster would think it's too sweet, probably. But it's pretty, And our Puerto Rican, Malta, India, like, it probably tastes the same. But just that we have different brands and whatnot. But I think it's yum. I see there's like a Malta Goya and stuff, but they all look the same with the same color, the same type of bottles. So yeah, there's one, save image. There's one here that like, apparently Guinness makes some, and it's a non-alcoholic malt drink, and people like that. I still lurk. Oh my god, he's such a lurker. Thank you for the lurk. But yeah, so like, I guess it's for people that want to drink something. I'm curious what that would taste like since Guinness is so well known as a beer brand and stuff, so. Who knows, we'll have to see from there. But yeah, that's what I grew up in. And then imagine my sisters adding milk to it. It's a time. I never liked it, so I know myself. Heck yeah, our host club hype. Let's go. Yes, it's one of my favorites. Did you guys read it? I feel like it was very much worth reading after watching, getting the full-on story and whatever they changed, because the anime had a anime-only ending situation like that never happened. So I was like, okay, and I was happy to get the full-on story. I felt like it went in so much more deeper, and it was really good. So I would highly recommend reading it if you ever. I don't think they would ever do a remake, and honestly, I don't want them to. I feel like we don't live in a safe space for Oren these days. Like it would not fly. So I'm like, nah. Honey Senpai, yes. Oh, hello, El Gigante. How you doing? Yeah, Oren mentioned I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna watch it with my friend because he loved the show. I absolutely love it. Highly recommend it. It's definitely my type of humor and my type of like cute of romance situation. I also highly recommend reading it. If you have only watched the anime, you're missing out. There's so much more to it. I'm not a nerd, you are. I only have two incomplete manga series for series that aren't anime. Wolf Wolf Story and the Illustrated Guide to Monster Girl, both of which are fun. Both of which I have never heard of, actually, you know? I've never had Malta, but I've seen it. You should try it one day. You know it won't hurt you, I swear. It looks like some root beer. Yeah, it looks like root beer. It doesn't taste like root beer at all, though. I don't like root beer. I would try that. It's very hello, break seclusion. Hello, sorry, I was catching up. I was looking for pictures of Malta for some reason, you know. We have that too, but it's named Malt. See, we all have a version of it, but like I guess it's not in every country. Since Aster is Egyptian, maybe it was not her thing, so he didn't grow up with it. But I feel like most people from the Caribbeans and stuff like that, or like hot like places, would have a version of that. And hello, Nullified. I'm sure that's how I'm supposed to say your name. I struggle every time. Though then again, I think Akilan have their own version of Malta called yes, or weak drink would be the weak drink. The translation. I love that they're just calling out people not having alcohol. I see. I would try a little bit of Malta with milk right now, but I have no milk. I don't know why you want to do that, but I mean, at least you will know for yourself if you like it or not. But every time my mom would mix it in a glass, so it becomes like a big foamy brown situation. I did not like that. I don't care about spoilers. Who does she get with at the end? I mean, not everybody doesn't care about spoilers, so I'm not gonna tell you right now. You can Google it if you want, but I'm not gonna tell you in the chat and like spoil it for everybody else. Like Star just said she's gonna watch it with her boyfriend. I'm not saying there's a lot to the story. That's why I would very much recommend people read it. I had the Oran anime and the manga. I prefer the manga, but the anime was fun too. Yes, the anime is still one of my favorite. I prefer the manga because the story is complete and it went into stuff a lot deeper and all the, like, you know, all the personal stuff and emotional and like psychology of the characters. I really like how they went into that with that. But I had so much fun with the anime, you know? When it comes to manga, I mainly read like one-shots or Azumanga Daioh and Bufuri. I did like Azumanga was the first manga I ever borrowed at the library. And I really liked it. And like it's such a like little panels of fun. I enjoyed it. I was like, there's no like real story to follow. Even if there was, maybe I don't remember. But it's not like reading Naruto, let's say. But it was a lot of fun though. One of my favorite romance animes are Romantic Killer. I personally love it. I've heard the name, but I've never watched it. I haven't had a good like romance anime to watch in such a long time. I'll be very happy. I'll be very happy when I find the time and like figure out my life schedule so that I can watch that, because it's just so nice. It's so nice to be like all in your feels about it and be like, wee. Love story, yippee, it's fun, you know? And let's see. I like trying new things, so I'll def try that next time I see it. Yee! I feel like it's on the sweeter side, so if you like sweet stuff, you would probably like it. Tooth line, yeah, we're not spoiling everybody for you, okay? Illustrated Guide to Monster Girl is kind of like a darker and more gory version of Welcome to Demon School. I haven't watched that. Except the main cast are even dumber. We love a dumb cast. You know, there's sometimes they overdo it for me, but sometimes it's just so much fun. Leads it to the horror as much as the silly, instead of almost entirely to the silly. We need a good balance in this world, you know? Azumanga is my comfort anime. It's seriously in my top 3 in terms of anime. I feel like it's so hard because for me, I mean, it's not that hard, but like I put Nichijou and Azumanga at the same level. They are both very much my type of fun, and I can't get enough of them. They're just so much fun to me. They're just so funny for no reason. I love it. Food is great. I love the anime. Anime currently airing is a romance called The Fragrant Flower Blues with Dignity. You might like that one. I think I saw the trailer and it looked good. I was like, that looks like something that's right up my alley. Like, I used to watch a lot, especially when I was in high school, a little bit after, and then life got busy. I think also, honestly, being like not like streaming makes it so that you don't have that much time to do other things, like, because you're either thinking about it, planning for it, or doing it. So after that, you don't necessarily want to be near your PC. Like, sometimes you do, but sometimes you don't want to just be sitting there watching stuff. So unless Aster's like, oh, let's go watch that, like in the living room, I usually just do not watch much, you know what I mean. 1 second. Wait, I love you, Dumoku. Welcome to David's Cool. I haven't watched that one. Cause good romance had me trembles for days. Yes, it got me sobbing like a baby. Like, let's be real. I don't think I really cried in season 1, but I really enjoyed it. I liked it. Then I struggled to start season 2. I was like, I don't know where we're going with this. I don't know what the vibe is like. And then all of a sudden, depression hit me like a truck. And I was trying to do some stuff. I was trying to help my dad with some paperwork. I could not see the paper. I couldn't see my keyboard. I was just sobbing, depressed. And then after you cry, you wait a few episodes and you cry some more. It's just like, okay, depression. We love it. It was great. It was a great time. If you watch Clannad, you would know. Nichijou, Nichibros. Oh yeah, and Azumanga, love them all. Yeah, the randomness of it all just makes it worse for me. Nichijou is fun, but I can only handle a few episodes at a time. You know what's funny? That's exactly how Aster feels. Like he's like, that's too much. I don't know how that works. But I'm like, I can binge that. I carry the episodes on my phone. Like, I need to have access to them whenever I want. Because, like, I remember watching it. I made my sister watch it, and then we were watching it while she came to visit me in Japan. So when we were traveling on the train, we were just watching that. And it was a great time. We had such a great time. It's, like, one of my favorite things. What is everyone being for Halloween? I love Halloween so much. It's my favorite holiday, and the only day I can be myself without getting made fun of for cosplay, anime, and spooky stuff. I personally don't celebrate Halloween, so I just watch people. I enjoy watching people, but it's not a holiday that I celebrated anyway. So it's just a thing that exists, I guess. I'm too lazy to dress as anything for Halloween. Not like I have anywhere to go in costume either. Yeah, I will leave my house. At that point, I'll be working from home most of the time. What day is the 31st this year? Let's see. The 31st is on a Friday. I will maybe be in the office or not. I don't know. The only thing that we kind of do is that we watch spooky movies during October. That's the only thing that I'm doing at that season. I'm much more excited for Christmas. I love Christmas vibes. I love outfits. I love the lights. I love the decoration. I hate the snow, but I love the decoration. They look so pretty. And I hate the snow in every form, except when I'm home with a hot cocoa and like the fake fire on the TV. That's when I'm like, okay, I can live with that. I can sustain that. But then every time I'll have to leave the house and put my boots on and do all of that, I'll be crying inside. So, you know, that's a thing. I've never seen snow. Oh, you don't have snow where you're at? You know, I think it's worth seeing once or going to a place that doesn't have a lot just so you can feel like the movie and be like, wow, oh my gosh, snow. Or just temporary, like you go to Hokkaido once and like you're like, wow, winter, it looks so fluffy. But you don't want to have to actually deal with that. You don't want to have to shovel it and get an asthma attack out of it. You don't want to have to slip and fall. You don't want to have all your clothes be wet because the snow like melts on you. And then you don't want to have glasses so that when you get into buildings, they all like, you know, fog up. And like, you don't want to do all that. You want to have a little dose of it and then you'll be happy, you know? Also true, yeah, Clannad do be like that. I've only seen the first season of Clannad, or maybe only the first half of season 1. I watched the not particularly sad part. Yes, that means that you didn't get exactly to the depression part. I stopped watching because I didn't really like it. It's understandable. I feel like not everybody connects with it. Especially, I will give it, season 1 is not the same, is how I can put it. Season 1 and season 2 to me are two very, very different things. I think it's good to go through season 1 to have like settle into who the characters are and everything. But season 2 is where it's at for me. But the music's so good, I love it. Wait, where was that? If you want a really fun short anime, I would recommend Kaginado, though it kind of requires that you have watched some of the Kyoto Studios work. I mean, I watch Nichijou, does that count? Like, I don't know what else on KyoAni I've watched. I'm pretty sure I've watched a few, but I wouldn't know which one they are. Christmas is fun, but hearing Christmas jingle in the commercial last week was way too much already. I know, we went to Costco yesterday and I saw a giant like snowman and all that, but then behind it has a giant skull, like skeleton. I'm like, can you guys decide what holiday you're focusing on right now? Like, can we just go with the motions with the right timing? I don't like being in advance like that. Like, that's a bit weird. Can we not? Is how I feel about it, you know? Karen has to put up with the house being Halloween themed all year now, and maybe a few Christmas decorations during December if I feel like pulling them out. Look at you. Sometimes you give him some grace and you remove them. Look at that. Puerto Rico is hot all year long. I've always wanted to see snow but never gotten the chance. Like, I think it's so strange as someone that has grown up in a country that just has snow at all times, like every year. I guess in a way, it's cool that I was born in a place that has the 4 seasons, so I got to experience all of them. I can't imagine life not knowing what snow is like. It's so strange. And I don't know, if I was born in a hot country, I don't know that I would ever want to travel to a cold country to see the snow. I think it would be like kind of traumatic, like be like, oh, trees without leaves and all of that. Everything looks dead and gray. Like, that's weird. It looks pretty for a while, but it's also very depressing when you think about it. Like, when I think about people like my parents that immigrated here from Haiti, they had never seen anything like it, so that the trauma they got when it happened, they were like, oh god, what is this? But I wish I was in a hot country. I'd be a little happier. My hair would be happier. My skin would be happier. I would be having a great life overall, you know? I've never seen snow, but if I do, I want to freeze my butt off as my first experience. I don't know. It sounds like it's not that bad until it hurts. It actually hurts a lot. Like, I guess I have really skinny like fingers and they get cold very easily, and then you can't feel your fingers. And when it's too cold, it feels like it's burning. So it's a very uncomfortable situation. You don't want to go through that. And when it's too cold and you try to put hot water on it, it will actually burn you. It's not great. It's not great. I think you'd want to see a mild winter, like to start with, like a mild winter day with the when it's snowing, the little like slow falling snow. That's the best way to, like, you know, get introduced to winter. You don't want to be in the -40 with the sandpaper snow just going around and slapping your face. That's not ideal, I would say personally, you know. Stores here in Iceland have already started selling Joe Must, a Christmas soda. That is the reason Coca-Cola sale plummets every Christmas. Yeah, they know people need to stack up. They're like, okay, it's a holiday season. We're having fun right now. I know a couple of people in my area that have never seen snow before. Understandable since it's Florida, yeah. I'm thinking about all the people that move from hot countries to other hot countries, like people that move to Florida, and I'm like, they have no idea how great they have it. They don't know. At the same time, I do not deal with hurricanes, so I can't complain too much. But at the same time, yeah, no, I can't deal with a snowstorm. I don't know that I could deal with a hurricane. That's too much for me. Wait. Why is it written like that? That's so weird. I think I've seen proper snow 5 times in my life. Well, I mean, that's more than like 2 people in here, you know? Kyoto Studios have made Clannad. Okay, well, oh, well, then I've watched Clannad, I watched Angel Beats, I've watched half of Clannad, I watched Air. Little Busters, no, and those shows. Kaginado is a sketch-based anime using the characters from those shows. Oh, well, I would probably like that. I definitely watched a lot of that. Like growing up, I was obsessed with them. I don't know why, but I was. Hello, Arthur. Hello, how you been? I'm back from a Georgian cuisine restaurant. I have no idea what that. What did you have? What cool food did you try today? Georgian, okay. I still don't know what the food is like, but you know. Did you have tasty nom, Lester? That's the question. What did you have? What's the nom nom? Snow here in Akilan, where I live, is just over a month away. Yeah, close for me. Like, I'm trying to copium. Also, I guess it's like, you know, global warming and whatnot. Winter is coming a lot later than it used to. Like, we've had a few Christmases now that we didn't have snow, which is really not the norm. I grew up with, like, usually snow would start in November. Like, the first week of November, we would have snow every year. These days, sometimes after Christmas, beginning of January is when we start having snow. So, you know, it's a big change. Hurricanes are fun. Been through a bunch of them. I don't know. I find them more scary than a snowstorm personally, because they do destroy things. Like, maybe you were well prepared or like really lucky, but I feel like a lot of people, people die and then people lose their houses and a lot of things happen and it's scary. So I would rather not. I would take the snowstorm over it if I have a choice, you know? Talking about the snow, I live in Russia, so yeah, you're one of us. You know what winter is like. We're talking about some people that have never seen snow in their life, and they want to see snow, and they don't understand the pain. Maybe not the strong cat. Yeah, maybe not. When I was a teen, I was so excited for the snow that hit when I visited my grandparents. I ran outside and shoveled snow for hours unasked. Just wanted to. I had so much fun. Well, you always have so much fun when you decide to do something. I think the tides turn when you have to. Like when you're like, oh, I want to go out. Oh, my car is buried. Great. Oh, I want to go somewhere and I have a small car. Oh, I can't move. I need people to help me push my car and, like, you know, shovel under these. Or my parents are older now. They could have people dying of heart attacks doing that these days. So we need to do it for them. You know, all these things come. Like when I was a child, I really, really liked scrubbing pots. And my mom was very happy with me. She was like, you know what, if you want to do that. So I would spend hours scrubbing like them, the stainless to me, like shiny, no stain whatsoever. And I was so proud of myself when I was done. Ask me why, I don't know. I still like to make sure that my pots are very like shiny. But my mom did not complain when I had that obsession. She was not asking me. I was doing that in my free time and I was like 7. I don't know what that was about. Yes, snow here is coming later and later, though climate change affects Scandinavia in the opposite way due to a weaker Gulf Stream. So for us, the weather is getting colder. Yay, rain every day of summer. Oh. Well, that doesn't sound like the funniest stuff ever, like dang. Like, for me, it's better because less snow means more happiness in Manaland. But I would not want to have the opposite at all. I wouldn't want to have like full-on rainy summers either. Like, it's not like I want it to be like extremely hot every day, but I could do with like a few good days, you know what I mean? I'm fighting my water bottle right now. 1 second. All right. Yeah, I know that if it snowed here regularly, it was a chore. I'd hate it. Yeah, that's why, like, you want to see it in a vacation setting, and then you go home and you don't have to think about it anymore, you know? Hurricanes are fun, and when Beryl came, I saw house roof blew off and flying into the sky. Yeah, there's that. There's the flying trampolines, all that. I'm like, Like, snowstorms are not great, especially if you lose power and it gets cold and then you have, like, you're scared. Except that if you lose power, you can also just shove all your food on your balcony because it's cold enough and that's gonna be fine. So, you know, you can protect most of your stuff. But when it comes to a hurricane, I don't think I would do too well. I'm very scared of, like, big waters. Like, I love going to the beach, but you won't catch me going too far where it's deep and I can drown. Like, I can't, like, with the weird beasts down there. I'm not doing all that. I could not if I was in a place where I had like tsunami warnings and hurricane. I will take anything, but no water destroying everything or fire. I know that we've had some fires in Canada, but it's nowhere near me. Like, I live in a place where we're very, very blessed with the amount of like natural things that can happen to us. We don't have much. We just have a lot of snow and we have to like suck it up. But I'll suck it up. I'd rather that than other things. I lived in Louisiana for a lot of hurricanes. I do think I'd rather snow over a hurricane for sure. See, I think we can all agree that it's a little bit less terrible. It's not great, but it's less terrible, so we'll take it, you know? Yeah, the Gulf Stream is the only reason Scandinavia is debatable, because on a latitude basis, Stockholm would be located in the Northwestern Territories if it was located in Canada. I don't exactly know how to do Northwestern Territory, Canada. What does that look like? Does that look like the upper? That's where like it's not really habitable over there. That's where most people don't live, because that's like it's not fully there, but like the more high up you go there, the more people are not having a great time with temperature. Like, I've never been up north. Like, I've heard of people, I've had cousins that went like to work over there as nurses and stuff, but they explain to you that there's not that much. There's like one plane per week that comes with stuff like for the grocery store, so it will cost you like $20 to get a box of cereals and stuff. And I'm like, you know what, I'm not made for that life. I love having a soft life, and I think that's okay. I will continue to live my soft life and be grateful for what I got, you know? So yeah, please keep that stream alive. Yes, let's keep it alive. Let's do our best out here. I don't know what we can do, but let's do our best. That's all we can hope for. But yeah, I forgot. I didn't really come into the stream with a plan on what to yap about, but look at that. It's been almost an hour and we're yapping. But what else? Oh yeah, if you haven't seen yet, I had my concert appearance. I put the link for the channel. I'm the third one, so if you want to go check it out, I sang Vision of Escaflowne. If you're an old person like me, you might know what that is. And also I posted the podcast episode, so I will try and make a section for it on the Discord as well, so people can know where to find it. Hello, you good? Nobody feels like working. That's a very, very understandable feeling. I can relate to that. What are you doing? That's annoying. My God. Just pushing that chair for no reason. Now I lost what I was saying because of you. Go away if you're just gonna come and be annoying. My God. Old Escaflowne on DVD. We don't talk about that. They don't know what DVD is, Michi. Don't tell them. Oh yeah, I was saying that I was gonna try and make a section for the podcast somewhere so people can find it easily. I will link it to my channel on my channel page as well. I forgot how to do that, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, so a reminder that Twig and I started a little podcast where we yap about whatever we feel like. We have a lot of subjects, and we also really very much go in random tangents a lot. Creating a podcast, yay! The first episode is out. Let me get the link. I put it on Discord and I put it in my community note, but let me go get it. So it's Twig and I we yap. We yap a lot and we have a great time, and yeah, we recorded quite a few. And we never stay on subject. So it will be on the Hivecore channel, and then we'll be releasing an episode once a month. That's the current plan, and we do like it a lot. So if you want to listen to whatever thoughts, in that pilot episode, we didn't have a subject. We just went on yapping, and we saw where it was gonna take us, and we talk about traveling, we talk about family, we talk about VTubing, we talk about the whole project and everything. So it's pretty interesting. And the next episodes are usually gonna be around an hour. The first episode we didn't know what we're doing, so it was a bit longer, but we're trying to keep it to an hour per episode from now on. Hi Elle, how you doing? Welcome. You new background content what I give. If you want to give it a listen, feel free to leave some comments if you have anything you'd like to hear what we think about. We will always consider anything you guys put in the comments, so that'll be great. I'm pretty good. What about you, Elle? I went to see the Demon Slayer movie Saturday. It was pretty good. You were right. It was a good movie. And yeah, highly recommend for people that haven't seen it yet. Absolutely adored the soundtrack. That's like, the movie was good, but that's like biggest takeaways that I really like the soundtrack. Like, I really do. I saw it and I agree it was very good. Yee! I don't know how I feel about the fact that animes are turning into more movies than anime, but I think we just have to accept that's just the way of life now. Most of them, if they're popular, will just do movies instead of seasons. That's a new era of anime for that. That's how it is. Some sad moments. There was some sad moments indeed. Like, you know, I was in my feelings at some points, not gonna lie. I was like, oh dang, that hurts. But yeah, to be expected with like a grand finale arc situation. But yeah. I'm not gonna spoil, but you know. Is it a standalone movie or part of the main story? It's part of the main story. It's the continuation. It's basically right after the last season. It just continues. I feel like I believe instead of doing seasons, they're just gonna do, I think, 3 movies? 2 or 3 movies, I can't remember. But they're just gonna finish the story in movie form. So yeah. Has anyone seen Knights of Guinevere or Ban yet? I have no idea what either of these are. They have very fancy titles, but I don't think I've seen that. I feel like I've been so removed from whatever's coming out. Like, I think the next thing I really want to watch is definitely the 2nd season of Kaiju, but after that I want to watch stuff when it's coming out, so we're waiting for it to end. I think it finishes this week, maybe? Perhaps? And then we'll binge it and watch it, so that'll be great. Then I need to watch the anime first. I would say yeah. You'll be very confused if you just go in and watch the movie. You'll be like, who is who? Why? What is going on? Okay. You'll have a lot of questions. You need to watch the first season, then the movie, then the 2nd season, third season, and then that movie, you know? I read the Demon Slayer manga, so I already know what's gonna happen. Haven't watched the movie yet. Well, even if you know, it's always fun to see what you've read in an animated format, so I think you'll have a great time with it for sure. And Demon Slayer is an anime I have put up the same way I still haven't watched AOT. I mean, yeah. After I've been sure. Okay. What was I gonna say? Like, I feel like AOT, I have very mixed feelings about it. I really liked it. I would say it's worth watching. Even I don't personally like how it ended. I was not with it, but I think it was still a worth watch, I guess is how I feel about it. Demon Slayer, I think it's worth. Like, I feel like at first I wasn't too sure how I felt about it. I was like, oh, it's a good show, but I don't know if I like it like that. And it kind of grew, like, I started off like liking it, and then I was like, this annoyed me a lot, and then, oh, that was pretty good, and the movie was really good. So I was like, you know, I have mixed feelings, but I think overall I can say that it's a great anime, to be honest. Nice of good near say cool anime thriller cyber fantasy genre. Palace episode is on YouTube. Oh, it's on YouTube. Oh wait, is it the new one? I might have seen it. Maybe watch the first movie. Oh, thank you for the follow, Diction. Hi, welcome to Turtle Society. Where was I? I just want to finish to catch up with the chat. Maybe watch the first movie, Mugen Trade first. You will be less confused. Even I feel like that's not enough, because like starting with that is it is a weird spot to be at. I feel like it would be better to start with a real movie, with the real season. Knights of the Universe. Yeah, that's the one from Giguk, right? The band one is the one from Giga. I saw the trailer, but I haven't seen it. I've heard people say they like it. I enjoyed the first season of AOT well enough, but it just then didn't feel like watching it anymore. I think it's worth it. I think there's a big change in different season. I really like season 2 is probably my favorite, and then the others are pretty good too. And then the movie / OVAs are a time, I guess. My Sticker is a pilot for a new series from the singer that did Murder Drones and Amazing Digital Circus. I still haven't watched that. Written by one of the Owl House people. I don't know who these people are. Just give me 1 second, okay? Alright, so about that, I'm back. Where was I? Have you checked out Lord of Mystery yet? I have not. I will watch it tonight. Everyone was hyping it, so gonna see what it's about. I have never heard of that. Let me see. Lord of Mystery. Series. TV series. Oh, is it like a Chinese anime? It looks pretty. Hand-drawn animation, blah blah blah. It's 13 episodes. I mean, it looks pretty. I've actually never heard of that one. I love mystery stuff, so maybe I will. My problem with shows like those is that I'm just so tired with the genre and the tropes of how they write the characters, meaning Demon Slayers and AOT. I mean, I think it depends on when you watch them, because I feel like when AOT came out, I don't think that I knew of anything that was similar. I think after it came out, a lot of shows started being similar. Like, I think there was Cabaneri that came out after that was basically AOT on a train. And then a lot of shows tried to go for the shock value or the cliffhanger, just like they did. Not to say that, like, AOT was the first to do it, but I feel like a lot of shows like got inspired from it, and then we start seeing a lot of similarities. And then when it comes to Demon Slayer, I do think they're doing a few things that I think are different. Like, I think it becomes predictable, but within the same show. It's not like, oh, I know what's gonna happen because this other show did it. It's just because that's how Demon Slayer does things story-wise. That's why I'm like, Demon Slayer is fun and it's cool. I don't think it's like revolutionary and like I've never seen an anime like this before, but I think it's well done to have its own unique twist on this type of story. So I do like it. I'm a bit annoyed, like some things about like Bleach annoy me because it's like, stop trying to call me stupid with how you solve like issues. So it's like I don't know. Like I don't like when the tropes, like let's say that the trope that annoyed me the most in in a Bleach was how, oh my god, I lost my power. And oh my god, they actually had another way of having power. Oh my god, I lost my powers again. Oh my god, new situation, I'm actually stronger than before. That got old, and I was like, I cannot take this anymore, and that's why I just stopped watching Bleach. I was just over it. It was happening every other season. I was like, okay. It's a bit the same with what annoys me about Demon Slayer. Is like, oh my god, I'm so tired. I can't move. My bones are broken. I broke 6 ribs and stuff. And then power up moment, and I'm like, okay, well, you didn't need to make me quote unquote believe, because I don't believe it anymore, that you could not move. I know you're still gonna move, okay? We're past this. I have accepted that this is how that works. Please stop trying to make me believe that you can't do anything anymore. It's annoying. I'm annoyed by that very much so, you know? AOT character writing wasn't that bad, to be honest. Not in my opinion. I know that people will disagree. Like, Astrid doesn't like them like that. I personally liked the characters. Most of the characters, not everybody. But I liked most of the characters in AOT, so I just hate the ending. But overall, I liked it. I just couldn't get into the story. Saw the first season and was like, cool, everyone dies, I'm out. I mean, it's not exactly that. I think if I'm gonna recommend AOT, I personally really like season 1 anyways, but I think watching season 2 will put you in another place where you start having like theories about the story and stuff like that, where you're like, oh, and then you calculate things. And then season 3 puts you in a totally different situation. I think if you want to give it a good chance, I would say watch season 2, which is like 12 episodes. It's not a, there's only the first season is like 24 episodes. After that, it's all 12. I think it's worth watching. The novel of Lord of Mysteries peak. Ooh, well, I mean, I googled it and I see a bunch of things like for the web novel, for the new seasons, and I'm just like, they already planned years for it, because it says season 2 2027, season 3 30, 32, 33, 34, 35. Like they planned years for it, and will end with a movie because of course. And I'm like, okay, people believe in that story. Come on, you jumped the shark so hard. I mean, I don't know. They had a cool premise, and then in like episode 4, make a zombie trade fight. Honestly, I don't know. I watched the first episode and then I never went back. I have no idea what the story is. It might be good, but I never made it. Dude, Commander is so good. What another season? I feel like if they were gonna do another season, they should have done it already. Like it's been too long. It's just like I'd like to have a Maggie season 3. But it's been too long now. Like, I don't think it would have the same feel it had. I don't like, most of the time when they try and continue a show years later, it just doesn't work. It's just not the same show. So far, none of them have really worked for me. Like, even when I tried to watch a new Degree Man, I was like, I can't watch this. This is not the show that I love. This is just not. Hello, Nexie. How you doing? How have you been? The problem with that genre that annoyed me the most is that MC solves the problem no matter what, even if it has been established in the story that one of their friends is stronger, but no, MC beat the bad guy. I don't see that in AOT. And if I'm thinking about it fairly with Demon Slayer, it's not even the case really. Like, in Demon Slayer, if the main character is gonna beat someone, he usually doesn't beat him on his own, or maybe he loses. I think that's good. Like, he either loses, or if he's gonna beat someone that is obviously stronger than him, he doesn't do it on his own. He will be with someone that is also very strong. So I think it would not apply in my mind to Demon Slayer. And when it comes to AOT, I can't think of any situation where that actually happened. Like, it's usually the actual strong people show up and they do what they gotta do, but the main character, I mean, I don't particularly like Eren. It's not that strong, and everybody knows that, and he does not solve anything. He kind of trash, to be honest. So I think for these two specific examples, I would actually say that they go out of the stereotype of main characters being able to do everything. That would apply to like Naruto, to Bleach, and those type of things, sure. But for these two, I think they're very different in that way, which is one reason that I guess I would like the story more, you know? Sorry. And I'm already watching 2 6 episodes of anime a day. I don't have the time for anything much more of an anime I didn't enjoy just because people say it gets better later. Yeah, I mean, you're the master of your time. You do what you gotta do. You take the time and you watch the things you want to watch. That's always. Just like people tell me, oh, you should watch this. It's like, great, but I might not. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not gonna get offended if people don't watch it. Season 2 can still happen. Just look at Grand Blue. It just got a season 2 even if it wasn't needed. Yeah, it can happen, but usually people don't like it as much and people will not latch onto it as much as the back. Like, I'm thinking about all the old stuff that we waited 10 seasons. Like, I waited 10 years. Like, for the new season of Bleach, I was hyped because they used nostalgia for the trailers and stuff. I watched maybe 2 episodes and I was like, this is not... I don't care. I was like, I don't care anymore. It's just not what it used to be. Of course, it needs to evolve with the technology. Like, sometimes the voice actors are not available, like all the things to think about, and it's just not gonna have the exact same feel that it had 10 years ago, which is totally normal. Like, I would not expect anything to have that. I think the only show that kind of worked for me was probably Inuyasha. When they did the arc stuff, like after the main anime was over, it went into the story. It felt rushed, but at least they gave us something. They gave us an ending. They really wanted us to like have an idea of how the story ends, and I didn't mind it that much personally. Hello, Kura. How you doing? How was your weekend? I know it's maybe not the case in AOT or Demon Slayer, but so many other shows in the genre do this, which is why I don't choose the genre. Yeah, I feel like it's understandable, and I agree. A lot of them do that. It is annoying. It's like, what's the point of like the power system or saying like if they were gonna have classes of like, okay, this is tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, why is tier 1 always beating the stuff and tier 3 can't? It makes no sense. Like, if anything, let the people go through like training arcs and stuff like that so we can see them grow. I feel like makes more sense. I don't like when the main character is strong for no reason. It needs to be somewhat explained for me to be okay with it. I'm good now, but I had some severe back and stomach pain. No, for sure recently that was a bit spooky. That was spooky. I hope it doesn't come back though. Also, half of the time in Demon Slayer, Tanjiro fights okay until he gets his ass kicked and then someone else shows up and saves his butt. Yeah, he does really good, but they're not trying to sell us that he's way stronger than everybody. Even like, I think they do it really well, like how he grows. Like, he goes on training, he learns new things, we learn things about him that makes sense, but it takes time for him to master the stuff most of the time. It's not a, oh, I learned that, I'm just gonna apply it right now. It happens sometimes, but it's not every time there's a dire situation and he just does it, and I appreciate that about the show. Like, I appreciate that when he met the Hashiras and everything, it's not like he was like, oh, he's on par with them right away. No, he had to work for it, you know? This was why I didn't watch a new season of Fairy Tail. Though then again, that show is the very different of the problems I've written about the genre. Yeah, I definitely moved on real fast. From Fairy Tail. It didn't last long. I watched that Fairy Tail because I liked the other author. I liked the Rave Master series he wrote, and I read the manga. And then Fairy Tail happened, so I was excited, and then I was like, I'm not excited anymore. Grand Blue Season 2 has been fun. Well, that's a win. What anime had you hooked for the first episode and your all-time favorite? Easy for a all-time favorite is Hunter x Hunter. That's my #1 as of a few years. It hasn't moved. An anime that got me from the first episode, there's quite a few. I think Erased is a good one. I remember watching it and I was obsessed right away. I was like, okay, I need more episodes, and I forced my sisters to watch it. Definitely liked Death Note. Really quick. Oh, Code Geass was one that like got me in very fast. ReZero, I wanted to watch it, so this wasn't the first episode that got me to it, but the first episode was really good as well, so like it was not a hard tell. Funnily enough, One Piece was a good one for me. Like, it made me laugh really fast, and then I was like, okay, I'm down for this, so I just went into it. So I have quite a few that work like that, and I can't remember. I know there's a few that I watched the first episode and then I quit right away and never came back, but I can't even remember them. Like, they did not leave an impression. I don't know how I felt about the first episode of Maggie. I don't know, but I kept watching and I rewatched the whole series, the whole two seasons several times. Berserk was such one for me. Oh, I've never watched the original anime. I actually watched the movies and then I went and read the whole manga. And then I watched the terrible 2016 CGI season because I wanted to know. Music was good though. Wait, where was I? Sadly, hard magic is not very common in anime. Hard magic? What's that mean? I think the most recent anime that really hooked me on the first episode was Vivi. I've not watched that. It looks good and it sounds good from the music I've heard of it, but it's been on my list in my mind of stuff that I want to watch. Most anime pretends to be hard magic, but it always either devolves into or it's straight up soft magic. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Saw a movie with my dad and brother, went to church, otherwise just chill. Let's go. A good chill weekend for Kuro. We love it. What movie did you watch yet? After Burn. I don't know what that is. I haven't heard of it, but Batista and Sam Jackson is a good combo. Oh, that is a good combo indeed. I love fairy tale until it overstayed its welcome. This is so relatable. Yeah, but it did have a banger soundtrack, so that was nice. Yeah, the soundtrack has a specific vibe that we all like. But yeah, story-wise, that was a thing. Berserk was such a one for me. Hi everyone, hope you all doing it. Hope you're doing well, Nicola. Hello, hope you had a good weekend. To Your Eternity also has one of the good first eps, but the rest of the anime is special. Very true. To Your Eternity, I was like, wow, I cried first episode, like what is this? And then until like maybe half of the first season, you're like, okay, I'm vibing. And then it goes into weird stuff that you're like, okay, no, I don't know anymore. I'm not watching this. Like, I was so excited. I watched half of it with my sister. And then we tried to keep watching it. And we were just like, ew, like the rest of the time. So I was like, nah. I still need to watch season 2 of The Eternity, but I haven't gotten around to it. Did you like season 1? Because I liked half of the first season. I thought I was reading my feelings, the music, the story, and then it just got weird. It just got real weird with very unlikable characters. So I was not vibing anymore. It wasn't bad. A lot better than the last post-apocalypse movie Batista was in. Oh my god, is that the cabin one? We watched it at home and it was a terrible movie for sure. Hard magic is a magic system that has clear rules and sticks to and follows them. Oh, okay. Latest anime to hook me on the first episode is Legend Delicious in Dungeon. It was also fun. I don't know if it's the first episode. It's difficult because when there's a show that I just want to watch, then I'm just gonna watch it. It doesn't matter what the first episode is like. I did like Apothecary Diaries. First episode was good too. Yeah, there's a bunch of good ones out here. Like, they become better over time. I remember really liking Akatsuki no Yona first episode. I really liked it too. Oh, you mean special? It's a special time. Special app happenings in that show. So Harry Potter is soft magic. Hunter x Hunter is hard magic. Okay. Soft magic is just magic. Like, you know, the rules are kind of soft out here, you know, like with nothing mixed. There's no real structure, I guess. Berserk, I thought, looked really outdated at first, but the artistic work put into it was truly amazing. I really do want to watch the original anime at some point. Like, I'd really want to experience the real OG version one day. I think my favorite Batista role was the orderly from Hotel Artemis. I don't know that movie. Last arc I watched a fairy tale was that tournament arc. I couldn't stand how they screwed over Urza. I remember Urza. I liked her. But I don't remember. I remember just randomly quitting. Like, I don't remember what was going on, why I quit. I was just over the show and I moved on and I never came back. Sucks because I liked it, but yeah. That was a good one, Karen. To Your Eternity has some really good episodes. Exactly. It has good episodes and it has weird stuff. That's why I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but all right, I guess it is how I is how I felt about it. I really liked the beginning, so I was even more confused by the time I finished the first season. Like, let's say like the last 5-6 episodes were very strange to me, you know? So anime talk, anyone watch The World Only God Only Knows? I actually have not. I've heard this title, but I don't know much about it, to be honest. I wouldn't know what the story's about. My nose getting clogged because I'm talking too much. The World Only God Only Knows is a strange one. In what way? I haven't seen it yet, Nicola, but it's on my watch list. We have so many things to watch, so little time. We're all struggling with that. I heard it was going to be a spiritual successor to Angel Beats. Oh, and that turned out to be a lie, and I didn't get past the first episode. Oh, I don't know how to feel. I do like Angel Beats, even though I had my own gripes with it. For me, I think Angel Beats was good. I was just a bit. I felt like the show was trying to make me cry, and I didn't like it. I was like, when things are just sad, they're just sad, and that's okay. But I don't like when they're like really milking and be like, oh yeah, you're gonna cry this episode. I felt like it was a wannabe cry, like kind of needed to try. It just made me cry. But then I really liked the ending of it. Like, I think the last few episodes saved it for me, where it made me like it. Like, and the soundtrack was very good. I had all the albums on my phone. And yeah, I liked it overall. I think when it had like some reveals of the story and stuff, I did not care for the romance. The romance was the one part where like, I was like, I don't care. It does nothing for me. But except for that, it was good. Mostly because the anime is out of order and some of the episodes are anime only. Wait, did you read the light novel? So like season 1 is episodical with very little overarching plot, and then now I don't know. Should I be watching this? Then you read the manga and none of these episodes ever happen. So it's a bunch of fillers, is what you're saying. So it's trash basically. I mean, that's what it sounds like. Angel Beats was so good, but then that emotional whiplash. Yeah, I feel like some of the emotional parts were really good. Some of them felt a bit too forced for me. That's how I felt about it. But overall, I would still recommend it. I still think it was a good show. I love the band from Angel Beats, Girls Dead Month. Yes, I absolutely loved them. I loved how they did the soundtrack, so that some of the songs had a version from the band and of the original version as well. And I loved both, so I had all the versions on my phone. I actually have a Girls Dead Monster patch in my collection, as you should, because it was a good band. The music was good. I hate cheap tearjerkers, but they're nice when you want one. True. Like, I think it was good. As I said, I would still recommend it. I just personally felt a bit annoyed by it in the beginning, but some of the side stories made it worth watching for sure. Well, yeah. I don't know what this is. It's strange. The world, okay. It's either 10 out of 10 or like 3 out of 10. Depends on people. Yeah, like I guess it like everybody will have a different experience with it, just depending on what you're expecting. I guess maybe it's better to stay off the manga so you don't know that you're watching fillers. Maybe. Angel Beats, like Plastic Memories. Yeah, Angel Beats, Plastic Memories, and Charlotte. I did not like Charlotte. I feel like it started pretty good, and then they had this big moment. And then it went weird places. I did not like it personally. I would not. I've never rewatched it. I would not rewatch it. I'm just like, I don't know. I know. I think maybe I felt like the end was really rushed, so it was just really weird, and it did not make me care for it. Like, I don't know. I was like, what was that? Like, I finished it and I had questions. I was like, what the hell was that? I don't know. It was weird. True was about to mention that history. Yeah, it was a nice tearjerker, tear idol. By the way, we can watch Witch Hat Atelier when it releases. I have heard it's on par with Freerun. I haven't watched Freerun yet, so I'm already late on that. So maybe I will. Okay, I really, really hate Charlotte though. Yeah, like one of the most insulting anime I've watched. Yeah, it wasn't all that for me. I dropped it after the big reveal. Yeah, it did feel super rushed. Like it's like I feel like they could have built so much more. Like after the big event, like it was basically quote unquote resolved the next episode. Like you just had a depression arc that was resolved in the span of one episode. And it was like, that's a bit weird. Like, well, now we have a new mission to go for. And I'm like, and then it ends and you're like, okay, what was that? Like, what was that for? It was weird. I don't know. I really wanted to like it when I was watching it. And then yeah. Yeah, I feel like to me, Charlotte is in the same bag as a Bunny Girl, and I don't like Bunny Girl. I'm just like, it feels the same type of like, whatever the hell that was. That's how I feel about it. Like, if people like it, it's fine, but let's just say it wouldn't be for me. I wouldn't chill with that. Oh, I hate when shows do that, solve those type of big conflicts in one episode. Yeah. Yeah, like what was that? Like what you mean there's a big thing, there's a big whole emotional, psychological depression going on, and then we just go through it into an episode. And like it's not even like it was like really well done to quote unquote fix the issue or work on the issue. It was just like, okay, well, we're done with that. let's go somewhere else in the story. Oh, okay. I was vibing. I was ready to like really go through how they would work through this thing in the show, and then they just skipped it. Bunny Girl is another super insulting one. I don't like Bunny Girl. The story did nothing for me. I was like, I really wanted to like it. Sadly, it never became a possible thing for me. I was like, I don't know what we're doing. Weird times. I don't even know why I watched it. Oh, I think I watched it because of the ending song. I think I heard the ending song and oh, that's pretty nice. Let me just watch the anime that comes with it. And I was like, oh, why? What is this? Bunny Girl Senpai has used, I heard the word quantum mechanics once, energy. Very much agreed. That's a great description of it. And it, like, nothing made sense to me. Isn't there a season 2 coming up? Like, I feel like I saw something, or is it already out? I feel like there's a season 2 situation. And I'm like, I don't know. I do still enjoy it though. You know, sometimes we enjoy things even though we know the problems that they have. We're like, it's not the greatest thing, but we're gonna take it, you know? Plus one, yeah. Another is another insulting one. Let's just hide all the potential clues from the water just cause. I don't hate another like that. I really like the soundtrack too, so like, you know, I might be biased on it, but let's see. I think it's also because I had to do a what do you call it? A work school project on the actual movie, so I got to see like the live action situation I believe it was based on and everything, and I came to like, you know, enjoy the story itself. It was a strange one, but if you've ever watched Mayoiga, that's when you would know you're really insulted. It came out a little bit after another, and it was supposed to be like the spooky anime of the season. It was the worst trash I've ever watched in my life. I really wanted to like it because I like the vibe. I wanted spooky vibes, and it was trash. Please do not do that to yourself. Anyone see Ghost Sick? I have. I don't remember much from it. I remember liking it, and I remember liking that the soundtrack was made by the same person that made the soundtrack for Code Geass. Those are my very, very valid points here. I remember liking it. I think I would want to rewatch it to understand, because I don't remember the story much, to be honest. Doraemon Gun Season 2 was the same huge conflict that silly solved. God, I hate Season 2 of that. I never heard of that one, but I can relate to that feeling though. I dropped it halfway through episode 1. Dang, you're not solid, Aster. According to my anime list, I have completed 663 anime. It will be more when I review this current season. Look at you keeping up with what you've watched. I have not updated my stuff in so long. Let me see. The problem with me is that I have a lot of stuff that I finished. But I also have more stuff that I have rewatched because that's the type of watcher that I am. I just rewatch stuff forever, you know? Let's see. See, you have about double of me. So I have watched, apparently, even though I haven't updated anything, 349 anime. I have not updated my list since 2021. Dang, I just noticed that. But I've rewatched 108 of these because I have problems and I keep rewatching the same thing that I like too much, you know? Oh man, I haven't updated my ML in a while. Same. It's a bit tragic out here. I did not like Ghost 6, one of the lowest rated show I've finished. I don't even remember. I remember wanting to watch it because I would, like back in the day, I kept seeing the art everywhere. And then I watched it. I remember not hating it, but on my life, I could not tell you what the story is about. That's why I'm like, I should rewatch it just to know, like, did I like this or not? Let's see, did I rate it? Let me see. How do you look at your list? I haven't been here in so long. Oh my god, I used to have friends and chat with people. Ew, what was I doing? Anime list. And then if I look for Ghost 6. I gave it a 10, so I guess I liked it back in the day. I don't know. Maybe I would revise this after a while, but you know. Let's see. Wait, where was I? Not Ghost 6. The last one, whatever it was called. Oh, I don't know which one that was. I did not like Ghost 6. It's one of the was. Oh yeah, I saw that. 198 complete for me. Look at you, a professional as well, nearing the 200. My issue is I don't track dropped anime. I mean, you just have to put it as dropped, and then you will know. Like in my drop list, I have 16, but I'm sure there's more than that. I have 32 on hold now, and I probably will drop. There's no way I'm actually watching these. Like it's been years. It's been like over 10 years at this point. I'm not gonna watch them. I should just put them in drop. 340 for me. Let's go twinsies-ish. I go sick. Need to complete it. Watched like half of it, but forgot to finish. You know, relatable. I have so many anime. I watched 3/4 up and dropped. Yeah, you need to add them to know exactly how much of a weeb you are. That's a very important stat, you know? Need to restart from the beginning though. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot. Since I haven't updated anything since 2021, I think anything I watched back then that is on hold or something, I'm not gonna remember. I should restart all of these. I don't keep track of my anime watch count, but it's up there in the hundreds. Probably, yeah. If you've been watching it for years, it's definitely up there. Yeah, it used to tell you how many days worth. So I've spent 246 days worth of my life watching anime. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? That's great stats to give to your parents. I am an otaku who loves to make lists, so I keep up with mine semi-regularly. I used before my anime list or anything like that existed, I used to have a paper track and I would update it, and I'm like, I'm watching this, I've watched this amount of episodes, and I would like update it manually forever. But one day I did lose my list in one of my school stuff, and I was very sad, so I tried my best to rewrite it to the best of my abilities. But to this day, I'm pretty sure I've forgotten about some stuff. So like my anime list version is not even the real one. One day I will remember all of the stuff that I watched. I have 251 incompleted, but it's probably more. Most probably, yeah. Even the most recent stuff we've watched, like I haven't added like Kaiju. I haven't added a lot. We watch a lot in the past few months, so I feel like I should update that one day. I rewatch stuff pretty regularly. Just rewatched Chilling in My 30s. I don't even know what that is, but that sounds like something I should watch. Though then again, maybe I don't have the best taste since I dropped Gurren Lagann, Spice and Wolf, Ergo Proxy, Witchblade, and High School of the Elite. Well, out of that, the only one that I watch is Spice and Wolf. I can't understand why someone would drop it, to be honest. It's fine. I like it, but I can't understand why it wouldn't be everybody's taste. Gurren Lagann, I know that a lot of people love. Aster recently watched it, and And the other ones I have not, so I can't judge you. I have dropped 90. I have 90 dropped anime. I have 52 rewatch, but I know that's more than that. I just forget to update it. Yes, you know we're real weebs in this house. Oh, that one, Last Exile. Kept popping up in ancient Reddit threads in context of best anime, so decided to watch. Unfortunately, aged poorly. Oh, in what way? I wonder. There are way worse things to spend your life on. True. Thank you for the follow, Kellen. No, welcome to Turtle Society. We're being weebs talk about anime today. Yeah, like, I mean, it could have been very bad stuff. Our parents should be happy that we spend our time at home not doing crimes, you know? I have also dropped Great Teacher of Music. I can't stand the main character's vibes. I personally really liked the manga, and I've never watched the anime. It feels cringe, and they also like change stuff to make it fit the anime, and I didn't like it. I liked the manga, but I 100,000% understand that someone would not like him. That's very understandable depending on your type of humor and what you like. It can really turn some people off like very easily. I remembered my login for ML. Let's go! We love it. I haven't updated since November 2021. Like, let's go! High five on the 2021 gang. For me, it was December. December 21st was the first one, the last one that I added a plan to watch. And then I rewatched Toradora in November 2021. You know, casual rewatching in the middle of the stuff I never finish. Anyone see My Roommate is a Cat? I have not watched that either. Gurren Lagann is a 10/10 anime with a 0 out of 10 ending. Oh dang, I didn't know you didn't like the ending on that. Thoughts on Log Horizon? I always thought I should watch it because it was a weeb anthem or something, and then I just never did, so I don't have many thoughts really. Can't say much about it. Heard of it, could have, but never seen it. That was a cute series that I have no other memory of. Yeah, I don't know what it is with some shows where like you know you like it, but you can't remember the story for your life. You're just like, I don't know what happened in that show. Season 1 is a good SAO. Season 2 sucks. Well. I love My Roommate is a Cat. I lost interest in Log Horizon after 3 episodes. I have no idea. To this day, I don't really know what the story was about. I just know it exists. I know that people told me I should watch it, like in the like around the time where like SEO came out, and then I just never did. So yeah, I wouldn't really know out here, you know. Sorry, my nose is very clogged. Best scene of SEO is a bridge. Yes, I still have to watch that to like, you know, be part of the secret of the gods and have seen the best version. That's very important. I tried watching Log Horizon. It wasn't the right time, so it went permanently on hold. Well, maybe it's time to try it. I love SEO Bridge. That's all. That's what I've heard of people that like SEO. They like that. Gun Gale Online is way better than SEO in my opinion. I remember, as I said, my favorite part of SEO was the first half of the first season, and then it could have stopped there. Then I remember watching some of the Gun Gale Online. I didn't think it was terrible, but I didn't think it was great either, you know? I remember that one anime called Gate. Why does that ring a bell? Man, I haven't updated my ML since 86 Part 2 was running. Dang, I haven't even watched Part 2. I stopped at Part 1. I should finish that one day. Oh, hello, Ninja Mike. How you doing? Welcome in. Heck, you asked her Gate to speak. Some people like it. I wouldn't know. I don't know what that is. I see why Bridge is one of the best abridged shows, just behind Hellsing's abridged. All right. Wait, does the fish not work? Always about to bother me like that. Close. Do that. Ba 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 da da dee da 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 ba da ba da ba da. There we go, it works. Let's go, Kyrie, can now fish. Uh, let's catch up. That I watched like 6 episodes of, and I was bored to the. Maybe it takes a while, just like you love Steins Gate. Like I feel like everybody agrees that the beginning is not it, you know? I got a nugget. Wow, a soggy nugget. Gate I watched, but coming down to the last 2 episodes, I dropped it. Oh, well, you know. Sometimes it just does not do what it needs to do. Gate was kind of dumb, but I love Rory. I don't know. Gate is a Japanese military propaganda, the anime, but really good. Maybe that's why Aster didn't like it. Doing well, just going to do chores in 5 minutes. No worry, I hope you get them done fast and you don't need to think about them and then you can relax after. Gate is trash, but I know it's trash and enjoys itself. Like, you know, sometimes it knows it's trash and enjoys itself. Well, you know, we love a self-aware queen, you know? Aster, yeah. Tanks vs Dragons? I would say that this does not speak to me. That's also would not speak to me. I don't know about that. That sounds very like kaiju. Not kaiju number 8, but like, you know, how I don't really like kaiju movies or like mecha movies. At least not the one in real person. Like, I don't care for these. I feel like that I would feel the same watching that. You know, it bored me so much. Oh, hello, TJ. How you doing? And we got soccer. Is there a soccer match today? He's a Berserker. You make me think of your child. You're very sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just here yapping about literally nothing important, but we're having a great time. So, you know, it's a win out here. But yeah, that's pretty nice. And yeah, what else do we have to say about anime? I feel like it's such a rabbit hole of a conversation opener. Like we'll just keep talking about this one is good, this one is trash, this one is great, this one is mid, and then we'll just never stop. Which is not a problem. I love talking about stuff like that. Sorry. I'm currently watching the Mikado no Sisters on Crunchyroll. It's so good. I have actually never heard of that one. What kind of anime is it? Brand new animal, let's go. What? What brand new animal? Where? Why are we just fishing nuggets today? Like, what's that about? Like, hello? Sometimes you just need a nice mid-anime to turn your brain off. Facts. Sometimes you really don't want to think about it too deep. You just want to be existing with the trash that you're watching, you know? It's kind of like a romantic anime with sisters. You know, I'm sure it's nothing suspicious, but this description makes it sound suspicious, you know what I mean? And, you know, like, I feel like it's probably they're both going through their own love stories. Is probably what's going on, hopefully, yeah, you know. Any sports you've played? I wouldn't say so. Like, when I was young, my parents did put me in some swimming classes, but they were not the nicest. They would just shove us in the pool, and I didn't learn how to swim from that. Eventually, I started swimming with my dad. He taught me, and then we used to go like a few times a week. I used to really like playing badminton. I played it a bit in my off time, but that's about it. Like, other than that, I've never been much of a sports person. I like to swim, but it's kind of a hassle. Like, you need to find the stuff. I don't want to damage my hair or my skin either, so it kind of sucks. That's why I wish I lived in a place that had the beach. I would go swim so often. It would be such a thing in my life. There's an anime called BNA, brand new anime. Oh, it is an anime. Oh, I don't know that. Brand new anime or animal came out in 2020. Anime original series and one of the few that nailed the landing. Oh, okay. It's a very trigger show. Okay, that's a good way to describe it. Mana played professional yapping. That's true. That's my main sport of choice. You know, you gotta work them muscles. I'm working on it so that my nose doesn't get clogged when I yap. That's the next step of my evolution right now. Anyway, just came to like to say hello. I'm going to do my chores. See you next time. See you next time. Thank you for shopping. Bye. Does marching band count as a sport? Because I did that in high school. I feel like it's physically demanding. That's a thing. I'm trying to think about the things I did. I did gymnastics. I did gymnastics when I was a kid. I forgot. I didn't get that far, but I did that. That was a thing that happened when I was a kid. I never actually managed to do like the whole basic stuff that gymnasts do, but I did it for a few years when I was a kid. When like I had ballet, but my school burned down, and then I never went back until I was like almost finished with a high school, so I was just too old for it. I just looked kind of ridiculous, so like it didn't last long. It lasted like 6 months or something. It was okay. I don't know. It's not ballet is not a sport. It's an art form. Like what is it? Dance? I don't know how to qualify it. I don't know. Only sports I did in school were during PE. Otherwise, did taekwondo for a couple years. Oh, plus skateboarding and aggressive inline. What is aggressive inline? I have no idea what that is. I also did ballet tap dancing when I was 6. Look at you, professional sport person. But the school burned out. Well, the ballet school. The ballet school I used to go when I was super young, and I didn't get to go for long. One day we were going to the class, and then we came up to the building, and it was burned. And we're like, oh, and then I never went back. So that was that, you know? Only sports I'm training for right now is shot put and discus. I don't know these. Was told to try basketball, but not my cup of tea. Oh, I used to play basketball in the park with my dad. He would teach us sometimes. Not that he knew stuff, but like, you know, we knew how to throw a ball sometimes. I did do basketball in middle school. I forgot about that. You reminded me of stuff. I forgot I was actually in the basketball team in middle school. Weird memory coming up right now. Like, ew. I played like every sport at least for a season when I was even an high school athlete, I can't read, and came in 2nd place during the nationals for U17. Look at you flexing on us like that. Like, dang. Aggressive inline is basically skateboarding for rollerblades. So like doing tricks? I don't know. That doesn't make it clearer for me more than that, but I'm just gonna assume that yes. For a team sport as a goalie, look at you, professional. 2nd place in nationals. Not everybody can brag about that. People used to try to demand I join the basketball team because I'm tall, but I'm so bad at it. Yeah, that's so sad when you like people assume that tall people are just gonna be great at it. And then you're like, bro, you think I'm gonna bring you victory, but I will bring you pain. Please don't look my way. I'm not a tall one, but I've seen that happen. Heyo. What's up? Mickey? Okay. Heyo. Ashtor is lurking. Huh? Chatting. Yes, I will have a chatting and yapping away. Wait, where was I? I will say this, if you decide to check out Brand New Animals, its main theme is racism, so keep that in mind. I will say I'm not someone that is easily offended by a show, so I feel like it's good that people can work with like trigger warnings. I personally don't care. I watch stuff and I'll make my own opinion about it. I guess I am a blessed individual that will not be like, you know, I will not be triggered by stuff just because I guess I mean, I have trauma with stuff, but I guess my trauma is resolved. So I don't get triggered when I see things, I guess. I did play basket for a while because I was tall and fast, but then when tactics came into play, I started to suck because my tactic was run fast. Yeah, that's a difficult one for basket, but you might need a bit more than that. Hello, Aeon, how you doing? How have you been? I thought by theme, I thought you meant the theme song, and I was like, it is? That would have been interesting if that was just the main song. But then there's 2 gifts to the general channel for me. For me? What traumatized me? Like bullying and racism in middle school. There was a lot of it. Like, me and my sister, we all went through it. But honestly, it's quite resolved. I don't live my life by it, let's just say it. But while our school burned, bruh, I didn't even know how to do the. Oh, that's the streamlining. Bro, you mixed both of them together. Like, I thought they were related. But I swear, I had nothing to do with it. I I was a very nice child. I promise. I may like fire, but I never burned down a building. At least I burned down a door, yes, and a tree, but never a whole building. Maybe one day. Anyways. Yeah, it's been a while. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. I'm pretty happy. We're yapping about everything and nothing today, anime and whatnot. Now sports. I'm taking advantage of my last week of freedom before I go back to work. If somebody lived a life without some sort of trauma, that they got lucky, but the real world will hit just that much harder. True, like it's just what it is. Like most people will have something, and you know, you have to think about the fact that trauma is different to everyone. Something that may not seem like trauma to someone will be trauma to them. So like, you know, I think the most important thing if you have any type of trauma in your life is probably to just work through it, to make sure you become a whole person and that you can like stand strong when stuff happens. I think that's one of the most important things you can do for yourself, honestly. Innocent man, I would never burn down a school. That is exactly true. Thank you for understanding that. See, I need more people like you in my life that understand that I'm a very, very person that you can very much trust to never burn down anything. Okay? Oh, fun fact, I sent 2 kids to the ER in middle school because I brought a chili with me that's 3 times as hot as habanero, and they got some in their eye. How did they get it in their eyes? Do you want to give details as to how that happened? Like, if you brought it to school and it ended up in their eyes, should we figure stuff out? Did it hurt them? I would think that if they ended up at the hospital, it may have hurt. It may have hurt. I don't know. I might be speculating out here, but I have a feeling that it may have. The pressure that makes diamonds will destroy a loaf of bread. Yes. That's an interesting way of seeing it, but it's true. You want to be strong enough to, like, you know, like survive that and then come out shining bright like a diamond. Yes. See? It all connects at the end of the day. You want to work at yourself. You want to make sure you're happy yourself, so you can bring more happiness to the ones around you as well. Because if you're unhappy, it's difficult to bring happiness to others and not, like, you know, suffer from it as well. You want to be happy, and then when you share your happiness, it just makes you happier and everybody's happy. That's what you want. That's the piece of wisdom from the turtle today. Very important here. They tried to eat it and some got stuck on their finger and they rubbed their eyes. Getting a chili that strong in your eye can potentially blind you. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. At least you were not arrested for first-degree assault or something. You were a child, but yeah. Hopefully they were fine now. Happy, happy, happy. What's making you happy, happy, happy? Is that how you're sharing the happiness with the world? Because I can get behind that. Continue sharing the happiness with the world. That's very important. I sometimes force happiness and draw others in still. Of course. It's not like I would think that people are happy 100% of the time. But it's good to know that, you know, even like you will have, as humans, we will have good days and we will have bad days. But I guess the goal is to have mostly good days. And if you can have that, you know you're doing something great. And if you're not, then maybe there's something you need to change. You know, we work on these things. Mana doesn't need to burn anything. She can pay people to do that. Me? With my big old budget of $0, of course I have people at my beck and call that I will pay so much monies. Also, I guess I didn't pay about it. Since now I will have a job, I don't really need money for my bills. But I've decided to start saving up for a PC, so I'm gonna slowly be saving on my own. If you wanna participate in that, well, the goal is up there, so if you want to help with that, you can donate through Stream Elements and we'll show up at there and we'll have a PC that will not explode. That's what we're hoping, because last week it kind of gave me a very big fright and I was like, this is scary, the way it just died midstream twice. And I was like, you know what, I'd rather start working on the replacement before this one goes. So I'm gonna slowly but surely, I expect to be able to buy it by maybe next year if everything goes well, because I'm gonna start adding money on my own. We're gonna save up, like I'm gonna try and buy the parts and put it together. That's the goal. So it's gonna be there. If you guys have, like, you know, some cent at the bottom of your drawer, you might as well. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. What spec PC? Let me see. Aster put a list of parts we would get. I'll try to share in a bit. Let me just catch up on chat. It was just one of many strange events that happened during my last year of middle school. That year was generally wild in so many ways. At least I hope you keep great memories from it, you know? Heck yeah, PC funds, yeah. Considering how many problems I've been going through, it makes sense. And for me, let's see. So, CPU, we want an AMD Ryzen 7 9800s. Then we are thinking of the RTX 5080 for the GPU. We'd like to have 64 gigabytes of RAM. We don't have a specific choice for power supplies, but we want 1,000 watts, whatever. I don't know. He's writing stuff. Motherboard. We just want a good one that can sustain the internet. We don't have a specific choice for it yet. We're also gonna, like, you know, hunt for discounts and stuff like that. And then some storage for Windows. And a PC cooler. Forgot. Yeah, cooler plus the Windows. So it's like a bunch of things. That's a beefy PC. Yeah, well, I feel like I do a lot because for him, if he's just playing games, it's fine. But when I stream, I have so much going on because I have so many software just for my VTubing. My computer has been struggling, aka of just dying. It likes to die sometimes and it's very scary to me. So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna take a lot of time to save up for it. So that's why my goal is currently $4,000. I'm just gonna put some of my own, like, you know, when I start working next week, eventually I'll start to put an amount of my paycheck into it and slowly work towards it so that I have something that does not give me a heart attack. I just want to have a backup. Better have a backup before you need it. Exactly. Since, like, it's been at least 5 times that my PC has either given me the blue screen of death or died during stream, and other problems where I wanted to stream and I couldn't stream because it kind of died for a whole day. I'm like, all of these signs are telling me that I don't have this PC for much longer, so I'm just gonna try and prevent a meltdown, because if I don't have a PC, I will have a meltdown. So, like, you know, I'm trying to prepare for it, you know? I'm hoping my PC will last another 10 years. Dang, it's very upgradable, so it should. I think for me, the main piece that is a problem, I think my motherboard is not that great. It has a lot of sound issues, and I think it's probably one of the reasons my PC is not happy overall. So I'm trying to see, like, what can I do to help it not be struggling that much. That's why, like, Aster is the one that, like, evaluated, like, what would be appropriate for what use I make of my PC, so that it just wants me to not have to worry about, oh, I'm playing a beefy game, do I need to worry about my PC being able to handle it? That's what we're thinking. So that's why we have these. But that's, as I said, this is a probably a year-long project if things go smoothly, so it will be a while. Them only goes to three emotes at a time. Yeah, it doesn't do more than that for the drop. I think I'm going to try to replace my desk with a standing desk first and then upgrading my PC, which is a good thing. I think that's a great investment. I love my standing PC. Whenever it's for working or for streaming or whatever, sometimes you need to change like how you're standing. It just helps. And you can have a walking pad under it, which is great. Even though Aster tried it and he got motion sick, so I don't know about that, but you know. Sorry, I had a bubble of air. Okay, that's a beefy. Oh, what's your favorite genre of anime? That's a bit hard to say. I like a lot. Like, I go from one extreme to the other. What would be my favorite? I like mysteries, but I really like romance too. I like shonen stuff, but I love shoujo stuff. It's a bit hard to say. Well, Hunter x Hunter is my favorite anime, Is it my favorite genre too? I don't know. I guess that's that's what I like the most. So I guess it would be. It's a bit hard for me. Yes, the classic. I thought my computer was fine until I started VTubing. Yes, I made my PC without VTubing in mind. I bought it right before I started. So even my GPU used to be kind of trash because I'm like, that's enough for me to be able to play Super Smash. That was my only worry, and it worked for what I needed until VTubing happened. And I was like, oh, well, my computer is not as great as I thought it was, I guess. I had the luck to get a stipend from my uni studies, and well, I blew over those almost 3k USD on a PC because, well, uni in IKEA land is free, so that stipend became PC money. Well, at least you know you're settled for a while. Though I should upgrade my motherboard and RAM to DDR5. Well, I mean, at that point, it's a few upgrades instead of a whole PC, so you might as well. I bought my current PC from my bestie's husband who didn't want a desktop anymore even though he just bought it. You know what? We're not gonna question it. If people are gonna make weird choices and we benefit from them, we're just gonna take them and be happy. You know what I mean? This was back in 2020-ish. Yeah, that's best indeed. Better safe than sorry. I feel like asking a PC to last 15 years is not unreasonable for how much they cost. It'd be great, but with the changes, the way, like the speed at which technology changes, like things will not be supported over time. So I feel like 15 is a bit pushing it a bit. I think 10 is reasonable depending on your use of it. I feel like if I was not a VTuber, I probably could run my PC for quite a lot longer. Even like storage wise, a lot of the storage is taken by VTubing, whether it's VODs, whether it's editing stuff, whether it's recording software. A lot of things on my PC would not be on my PC if I was not a VTuber, so it would last me at least the next 10 years. The games would run smoothly. It's just because I need to have a lot going on at the same time, and my PC currently cannot deal. Adventure genre maybe? Perhaps. I think it would fall into it because I don't know how to describe stuff. I love horror stuff too, so it's like I like a good show that has a mix of everything, but yeah, it's a bit hard. I would have to think about that one a bit longer. I don't know what my genre would be, but adventure is probably the closest. I think it depends on what games you want to play and the quality. I mean, only reason I would upgrade now would be if I can't play Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. Yeah, when it releases. If your computer cannot, then you're like, that sucks. And then you feel the need to upgrade. Luckily, my current PC can run modded Cyberpunk rather well, and overly modded Skyrim also fairly well. Well then, no need for you to upgrade for sure. And has been for 2 years. It's been for 2 years? Wait, what? I don't know when that came out, so I'll let you handle that. If it doesn't work, it'll probably release like 2 or 3 years after Witcher 4. No, I meant Liberty is straight out. I played it. Is there a new version? It was released 2 years ago. Oh yeah, I messed up. The titles meant the Cyberpunk game that they're currently working on. Okay. That's why like Curran was going through it and his brain was like, there's something weird in here. They are making another one. I out of the loop. See, we're all confused here, but it's all okay because in the end, we're all winning. So it's okay. I swear. But yeah, except for that, that's about it. So yeah, I'm working on PC funds. I'm gonna start saving up for it. So that'll be my current goal for however long. But I'm excited to have something that I can trust because I would love to trust my PC, but I don't right now. It's very much scaring me. Like if it died like tonight, I don't know what I would do. Like I just cannot afford one because I would rather not have to buy a PC that is just okay, because then I would not need to upgrade or change it very soon. So I'd rather, you know, get a good thing that will last me the next few years without having to worry about it, and that's what I'm gonna be working on. Cyberpunk Orion, yes, Cyberpunk Onion. That sounds better, honestly. Sounds like yummier, you know? But I don't know. I've never played any Cyberpunk game. I don't know that it would be my type. I don't know much about it, but maybe. I trust my PC more than I trust my car. You know what? understandable. I don't even think about my car. My car at least is a good brand that lasts a long year, but like I got it when it was at 142 kilometers. So I'm like, I don't think it will last an extra 10 years, but usually it should give me a few years to go. I already have a fund going for my car, whether it's maintenance or whenever I need to get a new one, because in this economy, I refuse to buy a car at a seller like that with a monthly payment. I refuse to have a monthly payment. I will save up and I will buy a car cash or like with some credit, but I refuse to have to pay like the weird insurance that they add on it. Like I know so many people that pay like $800 and $900 a month for their car, and I'm like, I am refusing to be one of these people. If my car dies, I'll just take the bus. I'll take it. I refuse to be one of these people like trained by a car. That's one of my things that I cannot move away from that. That's too scary for me. My car is a Ford Fiesta. It's a Ford though, and has had 15 recalls since I got it, but it's lime green, so there's that. At least it's a cute car. I would be a bit stressed if I were you, but yeah, and it's paid off. That's the best part though. Yeah. Like I don't care about having a new car. Like I'd rather always get a car that is at least 5 years older, older than the year we're in, to make sure that we have like something that will be sturdy, something that will be a decent price. Like I don't see the point of getting a 2025 car. I personally don't see it. Unless you're gonna be like renting it. I don't know why you would do that, but that's me and my sketchy, stingy ways. I would never do that. But like my car is like 50 years old and it runs, so I'm not gonna I'm not complaining. It does the job, Also, fun fact, my PC is more expensive than my car. 3K USD vs 2.5 USD. Dang, you got a good car. It's an OS Volvo S80, but it runs well. It's green. See, we love the green cars. Mine is in my favorite color, so it's good. But see, we're all happier not having to think. All I need to think about my car is like, oh, I need to put gas in it. That's great. And maybe I need to pay for my license plate once a year, change the tires in the winter. Like those are my only car worries. So like all my car fund right now is working on saving for that, so that I'm prepared when it's time to do these expenses. I don't want to be thinking about anything else. No 800 a month, thank you. Efficiency over value, noise. Yeah, that's how I choose to see my lamp, and it makes me happy. More money in my retirement fund, happy. That's what I want. If my Mazda had not been destroyed by a Toyota Tundra back in 2013, I'd still have that sparkly cutie car. Ah, I can't imagine. Like, I don't know what I would do if like my car got destroyed tomorrow. I would be so sad. I do like my car. It's nice. It's the perfect size for me. The perfect color. It does everything I need it to do. If I had to let it go tomorrow, I would be so sad, because I don't think I would get anything close to what I got, even with insurance. I would be so sad. I still miss my sweater that died on me in exciting fashion. Do you want to elaborate on that? What do you mean by exciting fashion? I'm curious about that. Knock on your desk. So that's that's when called like that. Yeah, knock on wood. We do have that here too. But yeah, I love my little car. I was very blessed to get it. I never dreamed of having a car by now, so I'm just happy, and it's gonna keep rolling as long as it can. I dream of having a healthy retirement fund, emergency fund, and a FU, I'ma do what I want fund. Yes, I'm currently working on the first two. I'm excited to one day to like be settled with the first two, so that I can have fun with the third one. It'll be great. Though I plan to get a new car soonish, since the engine heater doesn't work, and well, if it doesn't, it's quite annoying to start it in -15. Yeah, that's not ideal for a car. You'd like it to be a little bit warmer than that, Me, when I have no car or a license, life is good. Life is good. I think it depends on where you live. Like, I feel like in the city like where I live, it's not that bad. Like, because we have a lot of public transportation, like we can get places. But when you start living in the countryside and everything is like 45 minutes away, like Corinne and Michi, I feel like you kind of need some of that, you know? But it's good to know that you don't have to worry about the expense. You just have to live your best life. Never have to think about gas. Just going places. No need to think about parking. It is a plus. It's nice to not have a car because you don't have to worry about the expense. But a car is also very convenient for a lot of things, you know? Like, I personally would not want to be doing Costco groceries by bus. Like, it's just not what I would want, you know? That's the same. Legs haven't failed. Let's go. Good legs. I was driving back to work from lunch doing freeway speeds when the transmission went crunch. Oh. And the engine suddenly redlined. I was able to shift from drive to second gear, which lasted a couple minutes. That is terrifying. My God. Limped into the work parking lot in first gear. Replaced the transmission and then it did it again less than a year later. That is a terrifying, like, horror story, and I'm happy that nothing happened to you. I'm happy that you didn't get hurt and all that. Dang. I only have a car because the public transit here in this tiny town sucks. Exactly. I feel like big city people, we don't need a car. But as soon as you're outside of that, you like, it would just be more convenient for your life to have one. When I need to travel in the city to the other district, I take bus or taxi. Dang, you fancy, can afford a taxi? I mean, it's probably cheaper than just having a car, so makes sense. Replace the transmission and then it did it again. Yeah, I read that. When I need to go to other city and I don't have much luggage, I hitchhike. Also, well, there's that. I would never hitchhike. I'm a scaredy cat and I'm a woman, so I'm not doing that. I do care about living and staying alive, you know, is great. So I will never do anything that could potentially put me in trouble. That's how I live my life, you know? Arthur, what country do you live in where taxi is cheap enough that you can hitchhike? Arthur is from Russia. I guess the taxi there is cheap. And then I had a Corolla that lasted several years. We had a Corolla too, but my sister had an accident and it died. Drove that until the engine almost exploded. Oh. And now I have a Honda Fit that I love. I feel like I've heard of the name of that car, so maybe I've seen it before. But what was I thinking? Give me a second. Yeah, I mean, hopefully this car will not have an exploding engine. I'm gonna be praying for your car to survive and be happy, okay? Taxi is cheap here, but taxi in Georgia country is even cheaper. They will not be taken over by Uber, I guess. My biggest problem with driving is deer. Deers? Which, what? Like, do you have deers that jump at your car or something? That would be scary. Why is taxis in IKEA less expensive? About 80 USD for a 10 kilometer ride. Yeah, no, it's expensive in here too. Like, I would not take a taxi. I don't like Uber, but I would take an Uber over a taxi. But so far, I haven't needed. I've been lucky enough to have family that I'm like, okay, well, I need to go there. Please help me and get me there. I will have a family member somewhere that will take me there if I can't ride. I can't drive for a reason. Sorry. The Fit is a vaguely aerodynamic box on wheels, but her name is Blake and she's surprisingly fun to drive. See, your car has personality. We love that. Damn chicken. Blake as a girl name? Yeah, like Blake Lively. We don't. She's special, but she's Blake Lively, you know. I named her after Blake from Ruby. Yeah, deers are a problem here too. Out in smaller towns, there are just so many deers. Like, I feel like in my life, I've seen maybe 3 deers. So like for me, it's like such a different type of problem that I've just not encountered. But I can't get it. Like, they're scary. Like we do have moose and stuff, but we have not. It's not a common thing, I guess I would say here, thankfully. Wait, they? What is they correcting? Because my biggest problem with driving is they? Or is it other people? Is that what you mean? Most popular taxi in Russia is Yandex, more like monopolist, but it also exists in Georgia, somehow cheaper, and there's also a competition with Bolt. I wouldn't know the names of them companies, but I'm sure they're making money. Especially if they're staying cheap, it would work. IKEA land have a problem with a lot of mooses. What is the problem? I'm never sure. I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna try out here. And deers and also badgers. Oh, there's a lot of them on the roads as well. I wonder, cause I'm like, we have a lot of skunk that I've seen, and then I've seen badgers on the roads and random birds. I don't know what happens to the birds, but there's random birds dead on the highway sometimes. I'm like, bro, why were you so low? Where were you going? Like, it's a whole highway. I don't know how that happened, you know? But except for that, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but this is fun. I love yapping, and you guys are very fun to yap too. Is it true badgers are really aggressive? I've never seen it in person. Like, I usually either see them like in the streets, not alive, or they're running away somewhere, so I don't know. So what, Zachary? What's up? You're working. How's work going so far? Yes, a lot of them. We have quite a lot of deers too, and also lynxes. Oh, hares, foxes, and wolves, but they're not as common on the roads. Yeah, like I feel like if I actually traveled outside of town, I would probably see a bunch of them. It's crap. A pallet of soda is going back to the factory? Why? Is it not good enough? Like, what happened? Like, did someone decide to like steal half of it? Like, what happened there? My nose is killing me. I can't. But yeah, sorry, my brain was disconnected for a second. But yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty awesome. Lots of random topics today. I love it. I love it. That's what we love about the just chatting streams. They're always great. Damage. Some idiot hit it with a forklift. I mean, accidents happen. You know, gotta give the benefit of the doubt. They had a problem. They had an accident. Okay, could be me. Could be a turtle behind the forklift that couldn't see past her glasses. Happens to the best of us. Driving a forklift is a thing. But yeah, I think my news is gonna have a whole fit. So I think I'll probably end here for today. Let me see. Well, my problem is the stores. Yeah, it's not, it has nothing to do with you. So you can just, you know, just be happy and not worry about it. That's the best part about being an employee. Sometimes you don't want to be the owner. You just want to exist and be happy. Let's see. Bye bye, Cooter. Thank you for hanging out. By the way, random question, but I saw an election poster from Canada before your election where a party wanted to legalize the selling of Zyn in grocery stores. What happened with that? I am not aware. Aster knows everything. He catches me up. I don't know. We don't currently have election. Oh, we have like election for my city, but we don't actually have anything going on for the country as far as I know. Maybe there's news, but that's all I know. Nobody I know on YouTube today. I guess on Twitch, there's Noodle. My beautiful Noodle. I haven't rated her forever. Oh, I'll be rating Noodle on the Twitch side and calling it a day for today. As I said, tomorrow I have to take my mom to an appointment, so I will not be streaming. I have to take her to an appointment, and then I am gonna go out. So I will be reading Noodle on the Twitch side and just ending on the other side and go rest a bit and hope that my nose stops all that, you know. Lou channel on YouTube, Small Bean. Okay, let me see. So that should be good to go. Thank you guys for being awesome. Like the national election that was some months ago, better to legalize selling if they want. I don't even know what Zen is, so I'll have to Google that up and see. If I don't know if they won or not. I don't know who said that, so we'll see. Anyways, you guys are awesome. Remember to stay awesome and stay hydrated. I'll see you probably on Wednesday. I'll update stream at that point. Thank you. All right, see you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.